Have you retired with a strong pension, steady dividends, and decades of savings, and still wondered, what now? Today's story is about someone who did everything right and still had that lingering sense of uncertainty. This one's about taxes, timing, and the mental shift from saver to spender, and what happens when clarity replaces caution.
Welcome to retirementredflags.com, where we unpack real stories from real retirees who've saved well but still wonder what they might be missing.
Meet Dr. Melissa Harper. That's not her real name, but she's real, and so is her story. Melissa retired just a few months ago after a long, accomplished career in pharmaceutical research. She's the kind of person who makes decisions like a scientist. Data first, emotions later.
And even in retirement, Melissa didn't let go of that mindset. She downloaded the retirement checklist and said something we hear often from people like her. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. But underneath that methodical tone was a very real worry. What if my careful saving becomes a tax nightmare?
Because here's the thing, Melissa wasn't flying blind. She had a pension, a sizable 401k, a dividend-paying stock portfolio, Social Security on the horizon. She'd even delayed it to age 70, which was a smart move. But the deeper she looked, the more tangled it all seemed.
She said, I've spent my whole life saving, but now that I'm supposed to spend it, I feel like I could make one bad move and lose a third to taxes. And that feeling, that fear of doing it wrong, that feeling was paralyzing for her.
And right then, life served up some real-world irony. Her AC broke. Dead of summer, heat wave, no air. It's going to be a couple of weeks, she said, laughing. Of course it happens now.
That moment made her human. Not just the logical, calculating Melissa, but someone trying to stay cool, both literally and financially.
So we dug in a little deeper. And Melissa shared something most people never consider. Her 401k wasn't all pre-tax, some of it was post-tax. And she wanted to isolate that and move it into a Roth IRA.
Smart, but also tricky. She was trying to thread a needle between maximizing income and minimizing taxes. But it still felt like juggling knives. She kept saying, I don't want to touch the principal. I just want to use the dividend income. But even that has tax consequences.
That's when she learned about a strategy that felt tailor-made for her mindset. A personal pension-style approach. But with one critical difference. As you draw income, you report it, and then receive a refund that helps offset the very taxes that income triggered.
That stopped her cold. Wait, you mean I can actually see what my income costs me in taxes and then get part of it back?
Exactly. It gave her a way to draw income with a kind of built-in safety net. And for someone like Melissa, who doesn't make decisions quickly but hates making them blindly, it was a moment of profound relief.
That's the moment Melissa realized her biggest risk wasn't just how much she had, it was how she used it. Because retirement isn't just a withdrawal plan, it's a coordination problem. And if the pieces don't fit together, taxes can quietly erode everything you built.
She's not done, she's not rushed, but she's not stuck either. She said, at least now I know what to ask next. That alone gives me peace of mind.
If you're like Melissa, methodical, thoughtful, maybe a little overwhelmed, the free retirement checklist is a simple way to begin. Even if you're not ready for answers, it helps you ask the right questions.
Because retirement is not about hitting a number, it's about knowing what comes next and how to protect it. That's why we keep telling these stories.
And if you want more stories like Melissa's, or you're ready to take that first step toward clarity, visit us anytime at retirementredflags.com.
Until next time, keep asking the smart questions and keep an eye out for those red flags.